has a Christian heritage almost like none other. St. Patrick brought the gospel to this island in 433 AD. And we're here in beautiful Moon Abbey in County Kildare. And again, this abbey founded in the 5th century by St. Palladius. And right in the heart of this abbey is the jewel of the crown, the breathtaking high cross of Moon. 1,300 years old, carved out of solid granite, and an enduring testament to the love that the Irish people had for Christ and the cross. This beautiful cross, lovingly carved out of granite in the 8th century, stands as an enduring testament to the faith of the Irish people and the love and the respect and the honor that they placed upon Christ and the cross. Sitting here in this ancient house of worship really causes you to reflect on how the most beautiful buildings built on this island were churches. They were built for Christ. They were built because the Irish people valued community, they valued worship, and they wanted to honor Jesus Christ as Lord. This beautiful abbey and so many other beautiful buildings, even though they lie in a ruined state, are there, I believe, by God's grace to remind us that there was a people who loved God and who honored Christ and who lived for His glory. And just as these buildings are built for God's glory, I believe it's time for us to build again. Because there is a new generation to be reached with the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Patrick came to Ireland with the gospel in 433 AD. And think about it, this abbey was founded in the 5th century. But Patrick came here because he heard the voice of the Irish during the night in a vision. It's time for the Irish to hear the voice of God again. We want to buy a church in Dublin to bring the gospel to our generation. Can you help us? My wife and myself started All Nations Church 17 years ago. And since then, it's grown to almost 1,000 people with over 80 different nationalities represented. And what a wonderful, fun family it is. Because church is family. And every family needs a home. God in His grace has placed our church at the forefront of the battle for the family, for Christian values, and for freedom of religion. While it's been such a blessing over the last 7 years to meet in the National Boxing Stadium, many of my sermons I've given from inside a boxing ring, what a blessing that's been. But we believe the time has come for us to buy our own building so that we can be more effective in taking the gospel, not just to Dublin and Ireland, but to Europe and the nations. Just as Jesus said, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. But to do that effectively, we need our own building. And so just as this building once served as a house of worship, we want to buy a church building in Dublin that will meet the needs of a city of 2 million people. For the need is great and the time is short. And we have a message that our generation needs to hear. The building we're looking at is 7 million euros, but all things are possible with God. And so we're trusting God that He's going to touch the hearts of men and women, not just in Ireland, but through the nations, to sow into this project, which I believe will bear lasting fruit. With this in mind, we are asking you to consider supporting us monthly or giving a one-time donation towards the end of buying our church home, which I believe will be a gospel lighthouse and serve towards winning a new generation to Christ, not just in Dublin, but Ireland, Europe, and the nations. Thank you, and God bless.